Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Professional Literature Analysis. It's your boys Jumbo Jimmy,
Majestic Michael,
and Lovable Landon.
And guys, we are back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to always be updated when we release a new video.
But now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. But before we start, let's see if we can get 50 likes on this video. And if we do, keep your eyes open for a follow-up face reveal. Also, be sure to stay tuned for a surprise giveaway at the end.
Alright guys, without further ado, let's get into chapter 22 of How to Read Literature Like a Professor. We're going to talk about blindness in literature featuring Oedipus Rex and the Indiana Jones principle. Let's talk about blindness. Blindness in books can be both literal and metaphorical. The metaphorical meaning is a character not being able to see seriousness or truth in a problem. A big theme in Oedipus Rex is blindness, as the character Tiresias is literally blind but can see the truth in situations, and Oedipus can literally see but is blind to the truth. There are many allusions in the text to blindness.
But the real question is it Oedipus or Oedipus?
Leave a comment down below to break this dispute.
Before we get to the connection, let's talk about the Indiana Jones principle. In the words of the great Thomas C. Foster, great guy, make sure to check him out, link is in the description. If you want your audience to know something important about your character, introduce it early before you need it. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, it is shown in the first couple of minutes that Indy hates snakes, so later in the movie when Indy is in a room with thousands of snakes, the viewers recognize the gravity of the situation.
There's a big snake in the plane, Jock! Oh, that's just my pet snake, Reggie! I hate snakes, Jock! I hate them! Come on, show a little backbone, will ya?
Alright guys, you know what time it is. Connection time.
Adventure time!
Today we're going to be connecting Dead Man's Path to blindness. The headmaster of the school has a metaphorical blindness in not being able to accept the faith of the village people. The author Chinua Achebe creates this blindness by making the headmaster too prideful in his own ideas and not willing to listen to others.
Before we get started with chapter 23, we would like to take the time to thank our sponsor, Audible.com.
If you're blind or struggling to finish your AP Literature book, check out Audible.com. Don't forget to use the promo code FAKEPROMO to get a 30-day free trial. So go to audible.com/fakepromo to start your free trial.
Alright guys, it's time for chapter 23 of How to Read Literature Like a Professor. In this chapter we're going to be talking about heart disease and illness, featuring tuberculosis, the plague, and AIDS. Alright guys, let's talk about the heart. In this chapter, the all-knowing Foster begins with the center of every character, the heart. Foster points out that authors use the heart to symbolize the aspects and emotions of characters. Diseases related to the heart result from flaws in the character. Authors often kill their characters with heart diseases since they are more meaningful. Foster references The Remorseful Day, in which a detective dies from a heart attack related to the suffering and loneliness that developed from his miserable love life, while his failing liver was a more imperative physical issue.
Since we're talking about heart disease and illness, let's count down the top 4 rules for putting disease in literature, as described by the magnificent Thomas C. Foster. Not all diseases are created equal. What this basically means, guys, is that some diseases are more appropriate in certain contexts than others, and this depends on the metaphor the author is trying to convey. This is why authors use heart disease to represent characters with flawed personalities. It should be picturesque. In other words, the disease should be able to be described in such a way that it doesn't sound absolutely disgusting. For example, tuberculosis makes the person with the illness have almost translucent skin and dark eye sockets, which sounds much more appealing than someone trying to cough up a lung. It should be mysterious in origin. Remember guys, we are talking about old, probably dead writers who wrote about diseases in a time when they were not completely understood. Until the 20th century, disease was puzzling, both in terms of how it was contracted and how it was cured. It should have strong symbolic or metaphorical possibilities. Guys, this is by far the most important reason authors give diseases to their characters. Diseases should be able to reveal something about the personality of a character. Let's talk about tuberculosis again. Authors refer to it as a wasting disease, as in how the person suffering from it has wasted their life away. And that's it for this countdown. Stay tuned for more if you enjoyed it. Alright guys, it's that time again. Connection time.
Adventure time!
This time, we'll be connecting heart disease to the short story, The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. Make sure to go check her out, link in the description. In the story, the main character, Mrs. Mallard, has heart disease because it is mentioned that she only sometimes loved her husband. Also, the reason she died at the end was because of a heart attack, which was from seeing her husband, who everyone thought was dead. But hang on a minute, it was revealed that Mrs. Mallard had heart trouble at the beginning of the story. Is that a reference back to the Indiana Jones principle? Is this whole book connected? Is every story ever told connected to this book? Does yesterday come before today, or does today come before yesterday?
Alright guys, it's time for that super special surprise giveaway. The winner will receive a signed poster summarizing everything we discussed in this video.
It looks like the winner is Henderson.
Anyway guys, that's all for this episode of Professional Literature Analysis. Comment below if you enjoyed it, and make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Anyway guys, good luck in AP Literature, and stay tuned for the next video.